Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Benny, and this is Benny's Kitchen. And I know it's been a while. I've just been super busy doing other things. Get it. Oh,
Dad, you were supposed to go to the lab.
I know. I've done more than that. It's not just that. Anyway, we are gonna be making something very yummy today. It's a
coffee rubbed pork spare ribs,
with some air fried
boniato,
fries. Sound good? Can't miss it. All right, so first things first, we are going to be using a nice rack of pork spare ribs. This one came in about yay big. It's about a 6-pound rack, but for this recipe I cut it in half, and we're just gonna be using half of the spare ribs. You could also get these cut up, but in this case I just want to cook the whole thing and then we cut it up once it's done. All right. We're also going to be using some instant coffee. In this case, we're using the Bustelo brand, which is the brand that I usually drink. But you know, it'd be nice if Café Bustelo sponsored my stuff since I'm promoting their product. All right, Bustelo. We're going to be using some brown sugar, salt and pepper, some cumin, and some crushed red peppers. All right, that's going to be the rub that we're going to be making for the spare ribs. Now for the boniato fries, we're going to need some boniato. For those of you who do not know what boniato is, it is a starchy root vegetable similar to a sweet potato. It's actually pretty sweet. So it's red, kind of a reddish color on the outside. And let me get my knife here. Nice and white on the inside. Super sweet, super starchy, super good. So first things first, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of Café Bustelo Espresso Instantáneo. Now we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And now let's go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. Now we're gonna do a tablespoon of crushed red pepper. Now we're gonna grind some sea salt on it. I wanna say that's about a tablespoon. And we're gonna grind about a teaspoon of black pepper. And now we're just gonna mix up all the ingredients with what God gave us. And that's our rub. Right, now that we have our rub ready, we are going to rub our spare ribs. But before we start rubbing, we wanna go ahead and get this membrane from the inner cavity of our ribs. The trick is you wanna kind of squeeze there, get your thumb under it, like so, and just pull away. Now that we got that out the way, we can go ahead and start rubbing with our rub. Don't be afraid to make a mess. And we're gonna turn it around. Just gonna rub this bad boy down. Got the rest of it there. All right, so this is done. And now we're gonna leave this here for a little over an hour. We're gonna stick this in the fridge just so the sugar and the salt is gonna add moisture to the meat. So once that comes out, it's gonna be nice and juicy. Right, so while that is going, we're gonna go ahead and start working on this boniato. All I did here was run it underwater, scrubbed it a little bit. Anyway, let's find a flat surface so we can, there we go. So it doesn't roll around. You don't wanna make it slip because this guy is gonna be tougher than a sweet potato. So we wanna go straight down. You can already feel how tough it is. Just watch your fingers. There you go. It's a little tough. Now we have 2 flat surfaces, and all we want to do is do wedges. Now I want to go ahead and add a little bit of this lime zest, just to give it some zing. Are we gonna add the juice in there? Absolutely. Just squeeze the juice right in there. We're gonna add some extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of paprika, and then of course salt and pepper. All right, so we have sweet, we have savory, we have sour. All we need now is a little bit of spicy to make it umami. So let's add some crushed red peppers to this as well. That should be good. Let's give it a quick mix, just so all the flavors are incorporated and blended beautifully. That's what you're looking for. Now, these are going into the cooler. And we're gonna wait until we have 20 minutes for the ribs to finish until we put this in the air fryer, all right? Because we wanna have both things nice and hot. These we wanna have them extra crispy, and then the ribs we wanna have them nice and hot. All right, so it's been about an hour, and all I've done is transfer the ribs onto a cast iron skillet, and this is going to go into a preheated oven. I preheated it to 300 degrees, and we're gonna cook that for 2 hours. All right, so we got a little bit of time to kill. You can go ahead and go do groceries, you can wash your car, you can play video games like I do, whatever you wanna do, all right?
Say bye, ribs.
All right, so we got about 20 minutes to go. We're gonna put our potatoes in the air fryer. We're gonna cook that at 360 degrees for about 20 minutes. Right, so we're almost there. I'm gonna go ahead and do a coffee glaze. We're gonna use some of this coffee, it's about 2 cups. And we're gonna use some more of this brown sugar. We're gonna add about 4 tablespoons. And we're gonna let that simmer.
Like a Hellcat.
So there we got it, guys. Bit time consuming, but it's definitely worth it. But enough talking. Let's go ahead and try this real quick. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm not even using a fork. Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Sweet. Savory. It's got a little bit of sour. And it's got a good spicy to it. This has everything. It has everything, and the meat is super tender. I don't care. I'll lick my fingers. It's definitely worth it. You guys need to try this. So, coffee rubbed pork spare ribs, and then we did a coffee glaze to put right on top. It's definitely worth the wait. Very easy to do, and you are not gonna regret this, all right? So please, if you liked it, hit like, share it please on Facebook. If you guys know me on a personal level, share it, help me out, you know what I mean? Help me get out there. And remember, keep cooking, keep eating, but keep it yummy.